China have shocked the world again, and this very one is different from whatever they have been doing since this recent time. It's a mind-blowing project. China is building another new military-industrial complex in Beijing, and they call it the Chinese Military City, 10 times bigger than the Pentagon in the United States. We all know that the Pentagon is the head of the American military-industrial complex in Washington, D.C., and Pentagon is as big as more than 100 football field combined together in the United States. Over 100 football field combined together is the size of the Pentagon. But this Chinese new military-industrial complex in Beijing is 10 times bigger than the Pentagon. Can you believe this? This project is a mind-blowing project, and many people are surprised to hear about this update. Most especially people from the western part of the world. They are very shocked. China is building a project that is 10 times bigger than the Pentagon in the United States. Can you imagine that? To show you that China wants to supersede the United States in everything. Right now, let me tell you, China have the highest military force in the world. China have over 2 million active military personnel, and they still have more than 700,000 reserve personnel, making it 2.7 million military force in China. China controls the biggest navy fleet in the world, and they are still the most populated country on this planet. How can the United States compare themselves with China? These countries lead the world technology now. They are the most advanced technology in terms of artificial intelligence and other innovation. The Chinese economy is growing so massively, and they still control the biggest navy fleet in the world. China is preparing for war, and that's why they are building this new military-industrial complex in Beijing with modern technology and modern equipment. In a way, it will withstand a nuclear blast. This complex will withstand a nuclear attack. China truly understands that it's a very difficult deal to engage with the United States in a real combat. So they are preparing heavily for this war. They are fortifying those complexes in a way it will withstand a nuclear blast. For you to know that China now have a new command center that can contain all their leaders, and their military leaders will be positioned in those command centers to fight the war. They know that they are going to face the United States. And the United States have been in a war since the end of Second World War. But China have never fought war since the end of Second World War. So they are modernizing their equipment and their weapons. They know that engaging the United States in a direct confrontation is a very big deal. There are a lot of countries which will involve on it. NATO will fully involve to rescue and to help the United States. So China wants to develop in a way it will supersede all the whole Western countries combined. That's what they are doing. And it's a very difficult deal now. They have the money, they have the opportunity, they have the strength, and they want to build it. This complex is the biggest in the history of mankind. There have never been such military infrastructure in the history. 10 times bigger than Pentagon. And Pentagon is 100 times larger than a football field combined. Can you imagine the kind of land they have secured for this complex? Now, I have a question. Please tell me, maybe you have a different idea or a different narrative about this question. Tell me on the comment section. Why is China preparing for war? Why are they preparing to engage in a direct confrontation with the United States? Can you tell me? Explain to me, let me know, because a lot of people have a lot of ideas, and I believe when we share good ideas, we can understand each other. Tell me on the comment section, let me know. Why did China prepare for war now against the United States? Because on my own side, I believe that America want to trespass on their own corridor. That's why they are angry. Pay attention to this. Maybe you don't know. In this recent time, this 21st century, we only have 3 superpower countries in the world, which include the United States, Russia, and China. They are the 3 superpower countries in the world right now. And the United States control all American countries. Every country in America, both the North, East, and South. They control every country. Cuba, Venezuela, Mexico, Canada, Argentina. Mention them. America control them. And when you go to Europe, Russia control Europe. You understand? Russia preside on the affairs of Europeans. When you go to Asia, China control Asia. China take full control of Asia. It was once the Japanese, but after the end of the Second World War, the Japanese empire collapsed. And now, China take lead of the Asian Pacific. But the United States want to rule the United States, rule America, and still rule Asia. As they are preparing Taiwan to fight against China. A province inside China. Taiwan is a province inside China that want to be independent on themselves. But the United States is supplying weapons to Taiwan to stand against China. Can China send weapons to Texas to stand against the United States? Can China send weapons to California or Utah or New Mexico to fight for their own independence? They will call it a crime against humanity. But that's the same thing that the United States is doing. They are sending weapons to Taiwan to stand against China. The Chinese President Xi Jinping have vowed to take full control of Taiwan, neither by peace or by military action. They have vowed to take full control of Taiwan. They know the United States is fighting for their own interest. America came for their own interest. Taiwan have one of the biggest microchip producing company in the world, and America want to take full control of that company. That's why they have been sending weapons to Taiwan to stand against China. Now, let's summarize this together. These three superpower countries, in my own observation, they see themselves as enemy. They see themselves as a threat to each other economic development and economic growth. The Russia, China, and the United States. Why Russia is fighting today is because they don't want their enemy to come to their backyard. Who is their enemy? The United States. Why is China preparing for war? They don't want the United States to come close to their doorstep. They see the United States as enemy. Why is Trump fighting against Panama today? Because China have now taken full control of Panama Canal. And the United States see that as a threat to their own survival. They don't want their enemy to be stationed at their backyard. So they want to kick them out. They want to take full control of that Panama Canal again. Because they were the people that built the Panama Canal and gave it to the people of Panama. Now, China have taken full control of that Panama Canal. And Donald Trump is not happy. They want to kick them out from their backyard. And still, that's the reason why China is preparing to kick their enemy out from their own backyard. This is politics. China is going to rule the world. Believe me or not, with the current advancement of China in military power and technology, they are going to rule the world. They will take full control of the world global hegemony. And America is going to surrender. The only power America have now is the US dollar. Any day that the dollar collapses, that's the end of American empire. China will rule the world. So they have no other option than to surrender to China. Let me tell you, engaging in a direct confrontation with China in a full-scale war is a suicide mission. No one will survive. Nuclear war is a suicide war. No one will survive. They will choose neither to face the consequences of nuclear war or to save their own life and their family. That's the two options now. Thank you for watching this video. I appreciate your time. Listen, I only want to educate young Africans who are willing to educate themselves, who are willing to awake their spirit to know the truth. Make research, educate yourself. Don't believe on propaganda. Propaganda is not the way of life. We have been overwhelmed with a lot of propaganda in our mentality. Both our religions, our individual activities, our education system, everything have been compromised. So now is the time we need to wake up to know the truth and to fight for the truth, for the betterment of our life and the future of our unborn generation. Thank you. Please like the video and share to your family and friends. Don't forget to follow us on Telegram. Our Telegram is always active. There are some activities that I can't post here on TikTok, but I always post it on Telegram. So you can search Aproka TV on Telegram. Follow us on Telegram channel. Or you can click the link on my bio. Follow us on Telegram. Thank you. I love you all. God bless you.